Hola, 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 clases. It's Senora with our second video on comparisons of inequality. So we already did our first video with some basics about comparing unequal things. And it's called inequality because it's either more than or less than something. But we're moving on and adding on, and you can do it. You can do it. More than, if you remember how to say more than, how did we say something was more than something else? Right, we said más que. Very good. Get my accent in there. And a couple notes. I just plopped these parts into my equation. So let me make up this sentence. Yo soy más, I don't know, let me just put this in here. Okay, so a couple notes here. I am more hardworking than them. You want to make sure that if you use an adjective that it matches your subject. I used a feminine adjective because I am speaking. But if a guy was speaking, I would just change it to trabajador. The other thing you want to remember is that this doesn't always translate the way we do in English. So, yo soy más trabajadora que ellos. I am more hardworking than them. That's what we say in English. We use ellos because really what we're saying is I am more hardworking than they are. So that's why we use the subject pronoun ellos there. So don't be forgetting that. Less than, if you remember, is menos. Okay, very good. So let's use a noun here. Let's use a noun. They have less, I don't know, money than Sanchez. We'll just throw him in here. For these comparisons, you can also use a noun. And I just throw in my menos que, and then we're good. Remember, we can also do it with activities. Maybe they study less than Sanchez. So you can just plop in your parts where you need them. So más que and menos que are pretty straightforward. Here we have our irregular comparisons. Now, they're only called irregular because, well, they're irregular in English. You don't say good, gooder, goodest. So we have them in English as well. We say good, better, best. That's why it's an irregular comparison. They do work a little differently. Nothing can come in between. Because if you look at the definitions, they just wouldn't have anything in between. Mayor que means older than. And this is easy for me to remember because mayors, now I know this is a little silly, but mayors are always old or older. They're definitely older than you. Maybe some mayors are older than me, but mayor means older. Maybe you can remember that mayors are old, and that'll help you because these do all look very similar. Menor, que means younger than. Menor, like a minor, like you're a minor. If you're a minor, that means you're under the official age of adulthood, so you're under the age of 18. So a minor, menor, maybe connect it that way. Mejor, we already know because we've already used that with mejor amigo. So mejor que means better than. And peor que, this is the hard one to remember because it's different than the other ones that start with M. Peor que means worse than. So you just plop them in, but nothing can come between the mayor and the que, or the menor and the que. It just wouldn't make sense. So look at my sentences. Mi madre es menor que mi padre. It's not too tough other than you have to remember 4 irregular ones because it translates my mom is younger than my dad. So que still means than in these. All right, chiquitos, so for number 2, we have nosotros cantamos peor que Julia y Lola. So peor que is worse than. So we sing worse than Julia and Lola. Now this is a little different. We don't have to make peor plural because what we're talking about here is the activity cantar. Very much unlike here, which we're saying the children are younger. Pablo nada mejor que ellos. Pablo swims better than them. So we're still using our subject pronouns after our K, because really what you're saying is Pablo swims better than they swim. Mi perro es mayor que mi gato. Just plop it in the parts of the equation. My dog is older than my cat. Boink, 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 boink. They play soccer better than us. Now, here we're talking about play. We're not talking about them being like older than or better than. So we're focusing on here the verb. That's why I wouldn't put an ES on this. If I got rid of this and I want to say they are better than us, then I would put, oops, sorry. Then I would put, what did I just do? There it is. Then I would put the ES on it because my subject is ellos. But here I'm thinking about, or I'm referring to the way they play football, soccer. So that's why it's still singular. So they play soccer better than us. There I'm using nosotros because I'm saying they play soccer better than we play. Now here, there's my example. This is perfect. I'm glad this came up. The children are younger than me. The children are younger than I am. So I use my yo. Here I'm going to put the ES on it because that's my subject, niños. So why don't you try it out? So other than remembering the four kind of weird ones, and we already remember that mayor is like a mayor. He's older. She's older. Menor is like a minor, so that's younger. We already know mejor from mejor amigo, better, best. Peor is the only kind of funky one. So why don't you put me on pause and try these 5, and we'll see how you do. Okay, so maybe you weren't ready to go out on your own yet, but that's okay. You can always pause me at any point and try the rest on your own. My cousin is younger than you. I'm just gonna, my computer makes that accented and it shouldn't be. I don't know why. Mi primo es, now younger is menor que, and now I'm saying you, because I'm saying my cousin is younger than you are. So I'm going to use the subject pronoun tu. This should not have an accent on it. Okay, that's all I need to do is walk down the sentence and plop in the parts. I play soccer worse than Jose. Jose, you know I do. So yo juego al fútbol peor que Jose. Now, even though I'm talking about, I'm speaking, a feminine noun, I'm not changing that to an A. I'm focusing on playing soccer. So I just plop in worse than. We swim better than them. Nosotros nadamos mejor que, what'd you use for them? Ellos, right? Good, very good. So here I'm talking about the swimming, so I leave it mejor. I don't need to make it plural. But in this one, ellos son mayores que Sanchez. So here my subject is plural. It's they. So they are. So remember, everything in Spanish matches. It's all very matching. This is plural, this is plural, this is plural. So when you have something that's a plural subject or a feminine subject, it tends to just match. The adjectives match and the verb matches. So there's my Van Sanchez. And don't tell the math teachers, la clase de español es mejor que la clase de matemáticas. So I just plop in my better than. That's it. So I'm just plopping them in. So those 4 you'll need to remember. But why don't you try right now to make 6 comparisons? Oh, how about 5? We'll make 5. 5 comparisons about the following people. You can use más que, menos que. So we have Selena Gomez and Steph Curry. But then also try to throw in your minor, menor, mejor, and peor que. So you can get some practice with that. And yeah, so I'll see you back here in a second. So put me on pause. Okay, so I want to try to use some of my new ones. And maybe we'll throw one of the Mas and Menos K's in there. Who do you think's older? Oh gosh, I don't even know. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Steph Curry's maybe older. S Mayor K Selena. Oops. That's what I meant. Thank you, spell check. So Steph is older than Selena, I think. I definitely know that Selena juega al basketball. Peor que Steph Curry. Okay, thank you for the accent. Good. Let's see. Oh, Selena definitely. Selena sings. Better than Steph. So I'm thinking, yeah, maybe that would be right. I don't know who's taller. Steph Curry's definitely taller. My spelling is terrible today. Es más alto que. Good. So he's more tall. He's taller. And even if you switched it, you could say Selena es más baja que Stephen Curry. Oh, goodness gracious, Senora. Okay. So remember, I'm making it match. Here I don't need to because I'm talking about singing and playing basketball. What else could we say? We did mayor, menor, mejor, peor. Let's use menos. Ooh, who has less talent? You guys are going to totally boo me, but it's okay because you can't get to me very easily. I'm going to say Elena tiene menos talento. Okay. Oh, come on. You know it. But anyway, she does pretty good. But he's super awesome. So Selena tiene menos talento que Senor Curry here. And so there we are. And I've used a lot of them. So get practicing, do the practice, learn your irregulars, and have un feliz día. All right, hasta luego, chiquitos.